My sin was heavy, but chains break at the weight of your glory. I needed shelter, I was an orphan. Now you call me citizen of heaven. When I was broken, you were my healing. Now your love is the air that I'm breathing. I have a future, my eyes are open. 'Cause when you call my name, into your glorious day.
Good morning. It's good to be here with you guys. It's the sun's up. It's just starting to poke around. I can see some light out there finally. It's so weird when the winter starts rolling in, how the days shorten up, and I hate that. I hate that with a passion. We had practice last night for the celebration, and the music is going to be pretty good. There was a few times last night I got chills just sitting in the same room as the building. It's nice to have all those musicians and some very talented singers all in the same room at the same time. It was a lot of fun, exhausting, but a lot of fun, to say the least. Let's see who we have with us this morning. How's that sound? Let's jump right into it. There we go all the way to the top. And Dave Donnelly was here nice and early. Good morning, Dave. And Chuck B says D. And then he also says shalom, gentlemen, which I might guess it might have been a typo the first time. Chris Conley here. Good morning, Chris. Good to see you here. And Ken Gooch says, good morning, fellow brothers in arms. And then one last comment from they get longer in a couple months. Yeah, but you just don't get the same joy out of the January increases that you think you would. I guess maybe because you're standing in zero weather or really cold weather anyway. Not as bad since global warming hit, thank goodness. Good morning, Bert. Well, I don't want to talk politics, so we're going to stay away from that. But it's very, very good to be with you guys this morning. Today's psalm is Psalm 140, and I like to when I read the Psalms, learn a little bit about when it was written, why it was written, or who wrote it, right? And I learned some stuff this year. The Sons of Karash, which were pretty cool. But this one's a Psalm of David, very short. It's not real long, but it was written really during his time of exile when he was a fugitive from Saul. And I think if you read it knowing that what he was going through at the time, not doing it, Chris, can't make me. All right. So if you read it during the context, let's paint a picture here first. I think maybe that's what we should do. David was basically in the wilderness. Saul was plotting to kill him. Right? And so David is basically hiding until Saul discovers where he was, and then he hides someplace else. And he was just trying to evade Saul's murderous plans. Anyway, the Ziphites had actually betrayed David and given his location away twice to King Saul. And Doeg the Edomite, in one instance, reported to Saul that Ahimelech, the priest, was helping David, which led to the 85 priests being murdered along with their families. So there's a lot going on. And so when he talks about evil men and betrayal, we know where he's coming from. I mean, I think that's the key to understanding the context of this psalm, is what David was going through and what he was, his life at that moment, and at that snapshot when it was written. You go, oh, okay, now this makes a lot more sense. So let's pull up the scripture, which I haven't done yet because I'm a slacker. Let's see. I think there we have it. Look at that. All right. Funny thing is hopefully you guys can read it because I can't. Deliver me, O Lord, from evil men is the title of this one. To the choir master, a psalm of David. Deliver me, O Lord, from evil men. Preserve me from violent men, who plan evil things in their heart and stir up wars continually. They make their tongue sharp as serpents, and under their lips is the venom of asps. So here David cries for protection from the Lord. He's plotting against him. His response is prayer. And then there's a Selah after that short little prayer. And then he comes back with, guard me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from violent men who have planned to trip up my feet. The arrogant have hidden a trap for me. With cords they have spread a net. Beside the way they have set snares for me. Selah. He's broken this into like little prose. After a brief pause, David continues his prayer for protection. He talks about snares and traps in this instance, trying to trip him up. We'll see something in this next one that I think the snares and traps kind of makes sense. I say to the Lord, you are my God. Give ear to the voice of my pleas for mercy, O Lord. O Lord, my Lord, the strength of my salvation. You have covered my head in the day of battle. Grant not, O Lord, the desires of the wicked. Do not further their evil plot, or they will be exalted. Selah. Okay, I had to stop here because, O Lord, my Lord, the strength of my salvation. You have covered my head. A couple weeks ago, we did the armor of God. And we talk about the helmet of salvation. And basically, it's here. Maybe this is where Paul got it. I'm not sure, but it's here in this particular instance. He's talking about protection and the salvation, and then he says, you have covered my head. There's some cool stuff here. Okay, so then he's kind of giving us a testimony here, isn't he? I mean, if you look at it, of trust and loyalty. Instead of asking for, instead of going out and fighting, he's praying to God. He's turned humbly to God and asked for mercy, and hoping God can block the plans of the wicked. I think this is key to this whole thing. It's a prayer for help. It's David reaching out for the heads that surround me. Let the mischief of their lips overwhelm them. Let burning coals fall upon them. Let them be cast into the fire, into the miry pits, no more to rise. Let not the slanderer be established in the land. Let the evil hunt down the violent man speedily. This part of the slanderer could very well been from Doeg, who spread stories about David and Ahimelech, or there's so many people in his life that had betrayed him and turned on him at this point, and this is the people he's talking about at this moment. Then he says, I know I know that the Lord will maintain the cause of the afflicted and will execute justice for the needy. Is he talking about himself here? Or is he talking about generally? Surely the righteous shall give thanks to your name. The upright shall dwell in your presence. Wow. So there's a lot there. He closes the chapter with one more final statement of faith. Surely the righteous will give thanks to your name. He knows God's the fair judge. He's the only one we want judging. The only one that has the right to judge. And we know that he looks out for the needy. He looks out for the down in spirit. Jesus told us many of this stuff in the Sermon on the Mount, that, blessed are those that are poor in spirit. We look at these scriptures from thousands of years ago, and we think, okay, that's cool. What's that got to do with me? Well, today we probably don't face any armies, right? Let me turn this off. I guess we don't need scripture up here anymore. All right. Today we don't face armies, right? I mean, some people do. If you're living in Afghanistan or you're living in, Korea, Thailand, all over the world, right? There's conflicts. But most of us don't here in the United States don't face armies, but we could face spiritual battles. I mean, there's toxic words and people, gossip, lies, manipulation, anger. All these things can wound you. I mean, they can hurt you. Today, we need to look at that. I mean, we need to remember that these are our spiritual battles are just as important as okay. I guess somebody just happened to stumble on here, and I'm not going to give that because that makes no sense. But walk carefully with God. That's what we should do. We should. In Psalm 119, it says, "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path." And we should trust Him as our shield and deliverer. For God is the best judge. He looks out for the needy. Okay. I don't know what happened with the comments, but I hope this was a blessing to you. I'm sorry I'm laughing, but it's out of context. It makes no sense. So, all right. Have a firmly rooted day, gentlemen, and may someone see Jesus in you. Peace.